Hello everyone, welcome to Voxcel. In this video, we're gonna discuss an important English grammar lesson. So this video will be like everything you need to learn at one place. So why I'm saying that? Let's see. So what I'm going to discuss. In this lesson, we are not going to discuss the basics per se. So I'm not going to give you the translations or tell you when to use what kind of grammar, but we'll see how to use the grammar effectively. So I am assuming that you know the basics a bit. So you know what is MR, what is like S and ES forms of verbs or things like that. Will is used in the future. So I am assuming that this particular basic you know. So but sometimes what happens is students know the basics, but when it's time to apply those rules into your English, maybe it's your speaking or writing, whatever it is you're facing in problem in, so they are not sure what rule to use, or while writing or while speaking we are not like that apt to replay the rules in our head while talking, so it's not practical to speak like that. Even the native speakers, it's not like their rules are in their background of their mind, they just know what to speak and how to speak. So we'll see how to do that effectively, so that you can minimize your errors, and if you practice enough you can eliminate those errors from your English speaking and writing as well. So we're gonna see the three situations. So remember, I'm not going to discuss the past, present and future. That's like I'm assuming you know what is past, what is present and what is future, and what kind of verbs are used in those tenses. So we are gonna see what kind of situations should there are three types of situations, and what kind of grammar you need to use in that. But first, understand these three situations. You don't have to worry about the past, present, future. You will see later in this video how to use past, present or future in these three situations similarly. So situation number one, when you want to talk about the action of the subject. So basically in this, if you want to talk about subject, I am assuming that you know about something about subject and object. So when you want to talk about the action of the subject, you will use this particular situation. The grammar, what kind of grammar you need to use, don't worry about that. We will discuss it later in this video. Situation number two, when you want to talk about the subject. So basically subject is a person or a thing which is doing something, and what is object, on which that particular thing is being performed. Okay, so I will discuss a bit more about subject and object when we come to the grammar situation of when we discuss situations in detail. So I will talk about them in bit detail later. So right now just focus on these situations. Situation number three, when you want to use perfect tenses. Okay, I know these might not be making any sense right now, but bear with me. By the end of this video you will be much more confident in your ability to speak and to write, and you will be with enough practice and the tips I'm going to give you in this video, you can improve your speaking, you can improve your grammar both in speaking and writing drastically. That's right, you heard it right. You can improve your writing and speaking grammar drastically. Just bear with me till the end of this video. So first I just want to talk about some singular and plural nouns. What are those? Singular words refer to one person, place or thing, while plural words refer to more than one. So most plural nouns are formed by adding s to the singular form. Example, cat is a singular form and cats plural. But many words have irregular plural forms. For example, child, its plural is children. So I have heard lot of students saying children's, like people's. So these words, if you want to like pluralize child or person, are not correct. Though people's you will find it in English vocabulary, but the usage is quite different from what most students intend to use it for. Okay, or special rules such as adding es after certain sounds like bus, buses, or replacing y, baby, babies. Okay. To put it simply, singular you will use say he, she, it, name, and plural I, we, you, they. And just note for you guys, in the past tense I is treated as singular. Clear? So you will see the usage, then you can understand why I'm trying to teach you these kind of things. I hope it is clear right till now. Okay, moving forward. So first we will discuss situation number 1. So it is the most used situational grammar in IELTS. So as far as IELTS is concerned, it is the most used situational grammar both in speaking and writing. And gonna talk about a bit general English. In general English as well, it can be the most used, or it is often the most used situational grammar. So, what is situation number 1? When you want to talk about the habits, so focus here. So here it is written. When you want to talk about the habits, likes, dislikes, preferences, opinions, routines, or regular occurrences. So if you want to talk about these kind of things, you have to use grammar that is used in situation number 1, whether it is in past, present, or future. It doesn't matter you want to talk about your past, it doesn't matter you want to talk about your present, it doesn't matter if you want to talk about your future. If you want to talk about your habits, your likes, your dislikes, your preferences, your opinions, your routine, your or something that is of regular occurrence or that is occurring regularly, even once a year, it's a regular occurrence, you will use situation number 1. So if you are practicing for IELTS for quite a bit, you should understand, or you should know what kind of questions you need to use these kind of situations, mostly in part 1 and part 3 also, obviously, even in part 2, and while in your writing as well. So when you're talking, so teacher may ask you what do you what kind of music do you like? Do you like to write? Do you write a lot? Okay, do you play? Okay, basically your habit, your routine. Okay, do you play every day? Do you use mobile every day? Do you prefer tea to coffee? Something like that. If you're in part 1 or even in part 3, they are asking about your opinions. Do you think people should do something? Okay, something like that. If you want to talk about your opinions or these things that I have written here, your habits, likes, dislikes, you will use situation number 1, be it your past, present, or future. I hope I got your interest peaked right now. So let's see in the past. So whether the subject is singular or plural. So what is the subject? As I have told you, the thing or the person doing that particular thing. So if you want to talk about your habits, your likes, your dislikes, your preferences, who is the subject? You are. If you want to talk about your friends' habits, your friends' likes, your friends' dislikes, or something like that, who is the subject? Your friend. Okay, if you are talking about more than one friend, your friends. If you're talking about your parents, like your father or mother, or your siblings, brother, sister, or your cousins, your neighbors, so whomever you are talking about, okay, their habits or their likes or preferences, they are the subject. So if this whether the subject is singular or plural in the past, it doesn't matter. What grammar you will use second form of verb. So I have denoted with that v2. Or if you want to use the negative of the, like, do not something, it did not happen, so did not, and with did you use first form of verb. So I have denoted that with v1. Hope it is clear till now. So we will see examples also, don't worry about that, just try to understand what kind of situations I'm talking about. Now for present, if subject is singular, So in the past we have understood whether the subject is singular or plural, it doesn't matter, we will use verb second form. But in present, it is like the most difficult of the lot, so you have to try to understand when to use s and es. So if the subject is singular, you will use verbs first form plus s or es. Okay, or you can, if the subject is singular and you want to use the not form, you will use does not plus verbs first form. And if subject is plural, what you will use? Simply verbs first form. And with plural we use do plus verbs first form, obviously. Okay, I hope it is clear. So when you will use examples, it will be much clearer to you. So if you are a bit confused, don't worry, just remember, with singulars like he, she, it, we use s and es. Okay, and if you want to say not with them, or question, you want to use questions with them, you will use does. Okay, with first form. And with plurals like they, you, I, can, we, okay, people, children, things like that, with plural you will use verbs first form. And if you want to negate something, you will use do not, verbs first form, obviously. I hope it is clear. Now future, so when the subject is singular or plural, so similarly to the past, if you're talking about the future, again you will use will plus not if you want to negate something, plus verbs first form. Note, you may use other models as well, modal verbs instead of will, like may, can, could, might, should, shall. Shall basically has become obsolete, but you want to use, you can, but you have to be very careful when you're using it. So will and can or might, so these six things you should, and should, these seven things you can use interchangeably. Let's see some examples so that it will be more clear to you. So let's see some example sentences. So if you want to say like he played football, so we are talking about the habits or likes or preferences, whatever you want to say, different words for same thing. Okay, so he played football, but if I want to say that in present, we will say he plays football. So he, if you remember, he is singular subject, so with singular subject we use, here we use s. Let me just color this. With singular subject we use s. Clear? Here it is second form of play. And let's see with future, he will play football, so we have seen future we will use will, so here we have used will. I hope it is clear. Let's see some more example sentences. So now you want to say they, plural, they played football, but in present it will be they play football, so we will not use s here. So whatever the s we used here, we will not use that s here, because with plural we only use verbs first form. Hope it is clear. And in the future they will play football. Now if we want to say negative, so we will say he did not play football. So remember did, so we have used, let's agree, we have used did, so did, but with did we use not. Okay, we have used not, and we are using verbs first form, so we are using play. I hope it is clear. So you should not say, I have heard students using second form with did, like he did not played football. No, with did we always use verbs first form. You can like make habit of it. I will tell you how to practice later in this video, but right now focus on what I'm trying to teach you. So with did we use verbs first form. And let's see, we want to negate the present. He does not play football. Okay, so with singular, he is singular, so with singular we use does. And remember, when you use does, you will not use play. That s comes with do. So it is one another thing you can remember is, when you are using does with singulars, you will not use this particular s. You should not write he does not plays football. No, it will be incorrect, because this s, it, let's say you can, like, it's sort of a trick, okay, tip you can cram according to that. Do plus ses, so do plus ses becomes does. So this s goes with do and do become does. So he does not play football, not he does not plays football. That will be incorrect. Remember that. Okay. Third, he will not play football. For the future, you will say he will not play football. Okay. If we want to negate the, like, plural form, again that the rule is same. In the past, whether it's singular or plural doesn't matter. We will use did. They did not play football. But in present, if we want to use plural, they do not play football. Clear? And in future, doesn't matter if it's singular or plural, we will use will. They will not play football. You can use can, may, might, but it will change the meaning of the situation. Like, they cannot play football, so you are trying to tell their inability to play football. They will not play football, you are talking about their preferences, habits, likes, dislikes, something like that. Okay, I hope it is clear till now. So this is one of the most important thing that you should practice: substitute and practice. So draw up a list of most common verbs that you use on a daily basis. That then get on with it. Substitute and the verbs and practice. For example, you can use I or you. Listen songs. So it's plural. You can say they, you can say people, children, whatever you want to practice. Listen songs. Then you can substitute it with singular verb, singular subject, like my mother, or you want to say my father, my brother, my friend, or any other name. Then you will use here s with it. Listens songs. So you can say I listen song, my brother listens songs. Okay, I write letters, he, she, or Tom, whatever name you want to say, writes letters, or we, they write letter. I eat healthy food, he or she or Tom eats healthy food, we or they eat healthy food. I dance, or I like to dance, whatever you want to say. He, she, Tom dances or likes to dance. So be very careful that with there, because if you want to use dance as a verb, so you will have to use s with dance. But if you are using like word, so you will say likes, and then with to we always use verbs first form, to dance. You will not say he likes to dances. No, he likes to dance. We dance, we dance, we like to dance, they like to dance, whatever you want to use. You can do this for past and future also. Like, I listened songs. My mother listened songs. My friend listened songs. I wrote letters. He wrote letters. They wrote letters. Or I will write letters. He will write letters. They will write letters. I eat healthy food. Past will be I ate healthy food. And for he eats healthy food, again he ate healthy food. They ate healthy food. For future, I will eat healthy food. He will eat healthy food. They will eat healthy food. And next sentence, I dance. I, second form of dance, danced. Well, that's right. I danced a lot in my childhood, or I liked to dance in my childhood. He danced in his childhood, or he liked to dance in his childhood. We danced in our childhood, or we liked to dance in our childhood. Whatever you want to practice, you can change the verbs. So there are a lot of verbs. You can substitute these verbs, like from instead of listen, write, eat, dance, you can say sing. I sang songs. I sing songs. I will sing song. My friend sang songs. My friend sings songs. My friend will sing songs. Things like that. You can substitute the verbs, common verbs that you use make chunks of these subjects things, and then you can practice. So if you have habit like you use s with plurals, like they eats healthy food, people likes to do something, so you can what you can do is you can make chunks. You can just say people like to do something, just this, practice this particular sentence again and again. People like to shop, people like to dance, people like to eat healthy, people like to eat junk food, people like something like that. Practice enough so that in your mind it get etched like it is people like, not people likes. So in the beginning, whenever you will say people likes, your mind will give you some sort of warning signal that, oh, something is not right here. It is not people likes, it is people like. Or if you are not able to use s and ds with singular verbs, singular subjects, like he writes, so you often say he write. So practice like that: he writes, he plays, he eats, he sings, he dances, he prays. Whatever verbs that are coming to your mind, you can make a list. You can go to Google and you can like write the common verbs that are used in everyday English. You can write on your notebook and practice. Get on with that practice. Okay, the more you practice, the more beneficial it will be for you. The better you will become. Sorry about that. Now let's see these other situations now. Situation number 2. When you will use situation number 2, when you're talking about someone's profession or education or relationship, you are talking about some quality or quantity, something about your emotion, gender, present situation. But in present situation we will talk about continuous. Clear? So let's see the rules a bit. So if the subject is singular, in the past you will say see with singular was, and with plural were. If the situation is continuous, then was and were you will use verbs gerund form, that is ing. Like I was studying, something like that. Okay? Don't worry about that. When we will see examples, you will know how to use them. Note, in past I is treated as singular. So I have already told you. So in the past, in this situation, we will treat I as singular. So I was, not I were. Okay. So you can use I were, but for that you have to use conditionals or like hypothetical sentences. So that's for some other video. But right now, just focus here. In present, if subject is I, you will say am. Singular like he, she, it, you will use is. With plural, you will use are. You is considered plural. Okay, although you are referring to one singular person, second person, like your friend, you are. You will not say you is. Okay, you are my friend. We're talking about relationship here. So if I'm saying to somebody like you are my friend, so you are, not you is. Although he or she is one person singular, but it is the rule of the English. So if the situation is continuous, then is, am, are with ing gerund form. That's the same. Clear? For future, whether the subject is singular or plural, we don't care about that. We will use will, be, okay, or become. Note, again, you can use modal verbs, other modal verbs as well, instead of will. So in the first situation, we are only using will, okay, with verbs first form. Here we will use will be, and if there is any verb and verbs third form will be used. Hope it is clear. Let's see some examples now. So if you want to talk about somebody's profession, so like he was a footballer. And if we want to talk about profession in the present tense, what I will say, he is a footballer. That's right, because with singular we are using is. And if I want to say the profession in the future, he will be a footballer. Clear? Let's see the second example. We were friends. So if you want to talk about the relationships in the past, you will say we were friends. In the present, we are friends, and future, we will be friends. Third, John was a good person. So you're talking about the quality of a someone. John was a good person. Present John is a good person. Future John will become a good person. Like John is the name of a child, and you are saying in the future this person will become a good person. So John will become a good person. I hope it is clear. Another example about quantity, a lot of garbage was lying on the ground. So you're talking about the quantity of something. Okay, that was in the past, like you saw a lot of garbage on the road, so you were saying a lot of garbage was lying on the ground, on the road. Present, a lot of garbage is lying on the road. Future, a lot of garbage will be lying on the road. So when you will use this particular future model for future tense, future situation, sorry, yes, when you're predicting, like you are seeing some, there is going to be party. Okay, somebody is throwing a party in the park near your home, and you will say a lot of garbage will be lying on the road. Clear? So last, you're talking about your emotions. Okay, I was excited or nervous about something. I am excited or nervous, or you can choose different emotions. I am happy about, I am sad about, whatever emotion you want to say, you can choose that kind of emotion. Okay, so this is how you will use situation number 2 when you want to talk about these things. So your mind should be okay, I want to talk about myself or any other person's, like profession or education or their relationship status or the quality of that particular person, the quantity of something or quality of something, like it is good, the fabric is good, it is quality of the fabric, sorry about that, the fabric of this cloth is good, the fabric of this jacket is excellent, whatever you want to say. So you want to talk about the quality or the quantity, like a lot of, few, something like that. Emotion, I am happy, I am sad, whatever. Gender, like mm, John has two boys or something, like two sons. Okay, so that not has, that will be the third situation, sorry about that. John is a good boy, something like John is a boy, whatever you want to say about the gender. Okay, so you can choose like that. He or she is, certainly he's a boy. Obviously I'm talking about he, so it will be a boy, he will be a boy. But if you want to talk about name, so because of name we cannot assume the gender, because some names are common for both boys and girls. So if you are telling that kind of neutral name, you have to refer boy or girl. I hope it is clear. Moving on to one more, sorry, continuous. So when you want to say it was raining, like it was raining in the past, so it was raining, so it is raining right now, it is raining. And if you think it will rain in the future, it will be raining. I hope it is clear. Now we will see the difference between the two situations. So it's quite confusing, the two situations we have read right till right now. So let's see what's the difference. I like to shop, I am shopping. So can you tell me the difference between these two when in the situations? Yes, I like to shop, I am talking about my habit, my preference, my likes, my dislikes. Okay, like I like to shop, I don't like to shop. That's my preferences, likes, dislikes. Okay, whatever you want to say. I am shopping. What does this refer to? This refers to my current situation. So let's see, somebody called me and asked me what I am doing right now, so I will say I am shopping. So I'm in a mall, I'm shopping for groceries or whatever, or some accessories or clothes. I will say I am shopping, because what that is what I am doing right now. It rains every year, it is raining. So it rains every year is regular occurrence, so that's something that occurs regularly. And it is raining, so it is raining right now. So I'm talking whenever I will say it is raining, or whenever you will say or somebody will say it is raining, it means that it is raining right now. Okay, at this particular moment. I hope it is clear. So that's the difference between these two situations. So you have to be very careful because students usually get confused between the continuous and the habits. So you have to be careful about that. So if you want to talk about the preferences, your likes, dislikes, or something that occurs, let's just say your birthday, that it comes once every year, all right. But if you celebrate every year, you will say I celebrate my birthday every year. If somebody else is talking, you're talking about your friend, he or she celebrates. Yes, there will be s because subject is singular. I celebrate, he celebrates his birthday every year, she celebrates her birthday every year. But if you want to talk about more than one person, they celebrate their birthday every year. But if let's just say today is your birthday and you are celebrating right now, so what you will say, I am celebrating my birthday. Okay, he is celebrating his birthday, she is celebrating his birthday, they are celebrating their birthday, you are celebrating your birthday, whatever you want to say. Clear? I hope it is clear. Moving on. He likes to paint, he is a painter. So he likes to paint is again habit, likes, dislike. He is a painter is a profession. Yes, good. Now we moving on to situation number 3. So when we use situation number 3, basically perfect tenses when we want to show possession or ownership, or we want to show time references. So possession means you are showing your ownership, possession of something. Okay, we'll see examples, it will be clearer to you. So in the past, whether the subject is singular or plural, it doesn't matter. You will use had, not if you want to negate something, plus past participle, that is verb's third form. Clear? Present, if the subject is singular, you will use has plus verb's third form. With plural, you will use have plus verb's third form. Future, again, whether subject is singular or plural, you will use will, have, not if you want to negate, plus verb's third form. Clear? Again, you can substitute will with other modal verbs as well. That's given. Okay, I hope it is clear. Moving to the examples, it will be like clearer to you what I'm trying to teach you here. So if you want to say he had a car, so that's showing ownership, possession. He had a car. You will not say he was a car. Okay, it will not be a good sentence, it will not be a correct sentence. It will mean he's a transformer. He was a car, so something happened to him, he became human. Okay, he had a car. So if you want to show possession, you will say he had a car. You can substitute car. He had a house, he had a pen, he had something or someone, he had a friend, he had a girlfriend, or she had a boyfriend. Whatever you want to show, you can show the possession like that. Present, he has a car. Future, he will have a car. Okay. Past, Tom had not completed his homework. So you're again giving some possession or ownership of their action. Tom had not completed his work. Tom has not completed his work at present, will not have completed his work. You had not eaten your food. Again, you are trying to talk about the past, what they did or not, what they didn't do. Okay, what they did or what they didn't do. So they are taking ownership of their actions. Okay, accountability basically in simpler words. So you had not eaten your food. Present, you have not eaten your food. Future, you will not have eaten your food. Past, it had been raining for hours when you called. Okay. Present, it has been raining since morning. Future, it will have been raining. But this is not the complete, but for the like reference purposes, I have made the complete sentence for 2 hours by the time you get home. Okay. So I hope that you know when to use this future perfect tense, future perfect continuous tense. If you don't know, you can just look at the grammar for a while. You will understand when you are using these particular sentences. Fifth, he had eaten the apple before his brother came home. So this is past perfect. In the present, but okay, sorry about that. In the present, he has eaten the apple, and future, he will have eaten the apple before his brother comes home. So the usage of past perfect tense is one of the rarest usages of tenses in the all the 12 tenses in the English language. Okay, but you don't have to worry about that. I will make video of the past perfect tense, when to use past perfect tense, when to use simple perfect tense. Okay, the difference between these two tenses. So when just I will give just an overview of that. So if you want to talk about one incident in the past, you will use simple past, like I ate, like for example fifth sentence. Just if you want to talk about my incident of eating apple, I ate apple. But if we want to talk about two incidents that occurred one after the other in the past, so the incident which occurred first, I will use past perfect, and the incident which occurred after that, I will use simple past. Let's say I ate apple, then my friend came to my home. I had eaten the apple before my friend came to my home. Clear? Now, let's see the differences between these two situations. So, he is my brother. I have a brother. Can you tell me what's the difference between these two situations? I'll give you a few seconds to think about that. Yes, I will tell you. Now, when you will say he is my brother, or when you will say I have a brother, so you will say he is my brother when your brother is present with you, right by your side. So your brother is standing beside you and you are introducing him, so you will say he is my brother. And situation number 3, and situation number 2 is present tense. Okay, present situation. Situation 3, you are showing your possession, your ownership. Basically, you are saying that I have something, so I possess something. All right, so your brother is somewhere else, so you're talking with someone new or your friend, and you're trying to say that you have a brother, but he is not there right now, but you have a brother. Maybe he is at home or he is somewhere else, but you have a brother. Clear? It is raining. It has been raining since morning. So what's the difference between these two? Both are in present. So that's the common thing. But what's the difference? I want to understand from you guys. Have you understood the difference here? If you want more time, you can pause the video and I'll continue. Then you can resume after understanding that particular difference. And if you are not able to like understand it, I'm going to explain it right now. So it is raining. So you're just trying to tell what is happening at the moment. It is raining. But when you're trying to include the time reference, as I have told you earlier in situation number 3, so you are trying to say it has been raining since morning. So you are adding morning as time reference. So you will use present perfect continuous, has plus been plus verb ing, gerund form. So it has been raining since morning. So you can substitute I am playing cricket. I have been playing cricket since morning. He is cooking. He has been cooking since morning. Okay, or if you want to use like time, other like hours, so he is cooking. He has been cooking for 2 hours, for 5 hours. I have been playing cricket for 5 hours. I have been playing cricket for all day, something like that. Clear? So when to use since and when to use for, it's for another video. But if you want to go, you I will make video if you want videos on like past perfect tense and when to use since, when to use for or other conditionals. Leave the comment in the comment box. I will make video according to that. We are playing cricket, so I have already told you we have been playing cricket for 4 hours. Okay, now the most important thing after watching this video is that you should substitute the different verbs that I have told you and practice. If you don't do enough practice, you will not improve. Watching this video is the first step towards your journey of self improvement, of improving your English grammar. But if you don't take concrete actions, if you don't practice enough throughout the day, but when I like practicing like this is very easy. You don't need to find out extra time. Okay, if you are not able to figure out the extra time, or if you are not able to get the extra time for squeeze the extra time from your schedule, you don't need that. You're sitting idle, you're going somewhere, you're sitting, you're riding your bike, or not riding your bike, you should concentrate on driving that time. You're going on somewhere on public transportation, you're doing some home chores, whatever you are doing, you can practice your English. You can practice, like record yourself, try to figure out what major grammar mistake you are making. So you may be making 3 4 grammar mistakes, like you are not using subject verb agreement like s and es, or in the past you may be using present tense instead of the second form of the verb, or you are using is, am, are, or was, were unnecessarily, like active passive error you are making too many times. So figure out the major mistake you are making. First focus on that one mistake, eliminate that mistake from your speaking, and then focus on the second mistake. Do not try to focus on all the mistakes at once. You will not be able to improve. Let's just say you want to eat anything, you want to eat pizza, or you want to eat uh, Indian bread, okay, roti. So whatever you want to eat, so you are not gonna stuff the whole thing in your mouth at once. Can you do that, or is it a practical way to eat something? No. How we eat them in bite size pieces. Okay, so sorry about that. We eat them in bite size pieces. So you divide that particular thing you bite according to the ability, your ability to chew. So do not bite more than you can chew. So that's a popular saying, you might have heard that, because if you do that, that particular food may stuck in your windpipe and it may cause serious damage to you. So again, similarly in your life as well, try to take baby steps. Do not try to jump if you are not able to walk. Okay, first you need to walk, then you can run and jump. If you are not able to walk properly and you're trying to jump between buildings, obviously it's not gonna happen. You will fall and injure yourself. Okay, I'll give you one more analogy before I wrap things off. Let's say you want to ride a two-wheeler, a motorcycle, or whatever. So you don't know how you will try, how you will learn it. It will not be like that you got on your bike for the first time on the first day of your practice and then try to uh, throttle it and reach like 100 in a like few seconds. What will happen if you do that? If you go too quickly, yeah, you will be in an accident. You can injure yourself, okay, or something bad can even happen to you. Similarly, while practicing, don't jump the gun. Okay, practice, have some patience, practice regularly and enough so that your mind can actually improve. So if you have any doubts regarding this video, be my guest. You can ask us in the comment section. I will reply you there. And if you want to buy our course, if you are stuck in your writing and or speaking, if you are not able to get your band 7 in your writing and or speaking, we have made one of the most extensive, if not the most extensive course on IELTS. So with it covers all the 4 modules like writing, speaking, reading and listening, every type of questions in writing, whether you're preparing for academic or general, all the types of tasks too, how to attempt those tasks, what kind of structures you should follow in those tasks. In task 1, whether you are going for your task 1 diagrams like line, pipe, bar, type, table, process or maps, or your letters, formal, informal or semi-formal, whatever you are trying to give exam of, we have covered everything thoroughly in those videos. What grammar, what examiners are looking for, what if you are stuck at 6 or 6.5, what kind of mistakes you may be making, so that that are holding you from reaching your band 7 or more, if you're capable enough of that. Okay, so most of you have good enough vocabulary for band 7 or more, but because of some things that you are not aware of, some weaknesses you are not aware of, you are not getting there. So if you want our help, I am gonna leave the link to my website in the description box. You can contact us there. And if you want the videos on conditionals or past perfect tenses, you can tell us in the comment section and I will upload it accordingly. So I will see you in the next video like that. Till then, take care and goodbye.